Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Oh, let's put it there so we can get our breakfast in it. Well, hello folks, welcome to Budgie's Bus. My name's John.
And I'm Karen.
And before we start, can I ask you to do me one big favour? Click the subscription
button.
The subscription button below. It's totally free. It helps us. The more people that subscribe, the more we will get out there and do more content. Also hit the notification button. Again, it's be just down here in the corner, and that will let you know every time we put a video up. Also, if you don't mind, leave a comment. You know, we've up to now we've had well over, well, almost 16,000 views on our 51 videos that have been up, and we don't usually have a lot of comments. So the comments will encourage us. So where are we? Well, we're in Spain. We're in my favourite place, which is the battlefield of Salamanca.
One of your favourite places?
Well, yeah, one of our favourite places. Salamanca town itself is really nice. We'll be showing you a bit of that in the later video. For this, to me, it always draws me back here. It's basically just a... Oh, let me show you. As you can see, look, that's where we're parked. It's just a big car park with some benches and
no amenities.
No amenities here. But about 5 kilometres down the road there is an Ayres, so you can get your fresh water, empty your toilet and your grey waste, so that's not a problem. We've been parking here really ever since 2004. Yeah, 2004. We usually spend a week here, get used to the heat of Spain before we move on into Portugal and the rest of the holiday, and then we usually come back for a week before we make our way back towards France. What do I like about this place? Well, it's peaceful. There's nobody bothers you. The locals know us now. They usually wave, or as they drive by, toot their horn. Even the local police has tooted their horn and waved to us in the past. But it's a history of this place that hits me the most. Those that know me will know I'm a Napoleonic buff, especially Peninsular War, and we travel to nearly every battlefield throughout Portugal and Spain. This one here was one of Wellington's major ones. Okay, I'll tell you what folks, we'll come back to this. We've got somebody come in, so catch you in a minute.
That is broke.
Go get me another one and put that one in the bin. Okay, sorry about that folks. We had a young couple come in the car. I think they were hoping to do a bit of courting, but seeing us here and looked at us, parked up, looked at us again and drove away. So it looks like they was ruined some young couple's evening. Well, what is it that I like about this place? It's like I said, I am a Napoleonic buff. I've covered all the battlefields of the Peninsular War, all the way up to Toulouse, and of course then later on Waterloo. This place, well, this is about the only battlefield left in Spain that's almost the same as it was on the day of the battle. Victoria, a battlefield that's been built upon by industrial estates. Talavera has had a big motorway pushed through. Barossa, down near Cadiz, is a big golf course there now. So it's a shame, it has been built upon. You go to Badajoz, that's the same. The town walls are still there, but the rest of it is outside where Wellington's army was, is all built upon.
Hi guys, I'm back.
She's got my glass for my mead. Bear with me.
I gotta admit, I enjoyed Waterloo as well.
Yeah.
That is an amazing place. That's brilliant.
Cheers, homemade mead. Oh. Yeah, so what happened here? Well, it was June 1812. Wellington forced the French out of Salamanca itself, and then for a matter of weeks they marched parallel to each other. There was the odd skirmish, but neither side wanted to commit to a battle. And then on the 22nd of July 1812, on the mound just up there, you can maybe able to just pick out the monument to the battlefield. Let me put you back. The French commander Marmont, he's the marshal, was called to have a look at dust cloud in the distance. He went up on the top where his artillery was, up on top of that mound, and decided that this dust cloud was Wellington retreating back to Ciudad Rodriguez and then back to Portugal. So he decided that he wanted to catch them on the retreat. So he ordered his generals to get into line of march and march after them at quick pace. So they marched off, all in marching order, to try and catch up with what he believed was the British. But unfortunately, the British was right behind me, just over here, behind this mound. They were there all night, and the French didn't know they were there. This mound here had a British artillery on there, and the French thought they were just a rear guard. So they went off. Wellington was told that the French were stretched out in line of march. Wellington was out eating his lunch at the time. He chucked the chicken leg over his shoulder and he said, "By God, that will do." And he rode off in that direction to tell the cavalry to make their way forward and to hit the French in line of march just over there. He then rode off a bit further to the west and told the 3rd Division to make their way forward and to block the French from that way. He then ordered the Portuguese to march from over here across this area, and I don't know if you can see on this, there's 2 lines of stones going up their mound. The Portuguese marched up there, and just below the monument you may be able to just pick out a small little cliff face. It's only about 2 meters high, but the Portuguese got up to there under shell fire, and they had to put their muskets down so they could climb up. And once they did that, the French Fusiliers that were with their artillery, oops, with me, my camera's gone wonky. stepped forward and opened fire with volley fire at point blank range, which broke the Portuguese, who came running back this way. The French, seeing them retreat, came forward from here and met the British coming from just behind us. So this area, there was a very big battle. The cavalry and the wind's picked up a bit. Oh, excuse me. Oh, let me turn you around, tighten this up. That's a bit better. The French in line of march were caught by the cavalry and the 3rd Division, and it was a massacre. They was marching with unloaded muskets, bayonets in their pouches. They didn't have chance. They didn't have time to form a square, and even if they had formed square to stop the cavalry, the infantry would have just ripped them apart with volley fire. So it was a massacre. They routed the French and then routed the next column and drove them back. I'll show you in a later video from the top of the mound back towards the woods. If my memory serves me right, the British reckon there was 25,000 plus French troops killed. Another 5,000–6,000 took as prisoners, and apparently the British only lost about 1,000 men. But unfortunately, with history, the winner always tells their own tale. With the kind of battles they had them days, it wasn't unusual to lose 50–60,000 men in one battle. Waterloo, for instance, the total death there was believed to be between 56 and 60-odd thousand dead. Compare that to Gettysburg. That was a 3-day battle, and they lost that many in 3 days. So it shows you the war of that time was brutal. The flies trick in it, having a drink of Carol's Amaretto. So yeah, that's why I think I like it here. It's, to look at it, it looks like it's flat land you'd see for miles, but unfortunately it is
got a lot of dead space here.
Yeah, it is.
Is that the right
very deceiving. There's a lot of dead ground. During the battle, just over here on that mound, you'll see, I don't know if you can pick it up, but there's like a little tabletop. That is where Wellington was during the whole battle. Since we've been coming here, we've found musket balls, bits of grape shot and canister. We've not really found any shells, but we only just basically walk the fields when they've been ploughed. But it's interesting, we love it here, and like I say, no one bothers you. Salamanca's only 8 kilometres away, so you've got all of the amenities of the town and shopping centres. We've got an Ayres, about 4.5, maybe 5 kilometres the opposite way from Salamanca, just at the end of the road along here. So yeah, what else do you want? You can stop here, no one bothers you. Like I say, we've stopped here for a week at a time. We're not going to stop that long this time. We're moving on tomorrow to the lake. The kids want to get to the Barragem down by Nissa, so they can go swimming and playing and whatever else. Unfortunately, we were meant to be meeting a couple of friends there who have known for what, 12 years? Got to be 12 years.
Yeah.
They are motorhomers. We met them just in an Ayres, and then 2 years later we bumped into each other, and every year after that we've met up. Unfortunately, they've got motorhome problems and they're stuck in the Algarve at the moment. Could be a better place to be stuck, but oh, the flies are after my Hamid. So yes, I wish them all the best. I hope they get their motorhome fixed and that both of them can get home with the dogs and don't have to come back and pick up the motorhome. So our thoughts go out to those. So thanks for being with us, thanks for listening to me waffle, and take care, stay safe, most of all subscribe, and
Happy travelling.
happy travelling from both of us. Catch you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye for now.